Demon Slayer chapter 202. Let's go home. So this chapter, I think basically really the summary, because I don't feel like going into every single thing that happened, is they got the cure in on your buddy Tanjiro. And I don't know if this means the show is over or not. Like that's basically where I'm at with it. I don't know what
Yeah.
y'all thoughts are on this.
I would say this. I'm just going off of this one chapter in isolation. That's what I'm judging it off of.
Uh
But this is like terrible. Like this is a complete waste of time. What's the entire
Yes, it
point
is.
of Tanjiro becoming a demon if you're gonna
fact,
heal him in damn it the same chapter? That shit was stupid.
fact.
Like, what's the point? It
I
complete
thought he
waste
was
of
gonna
time.
stay demon. I thought they were just gonna be able to talk no jutsu him out of it, which I also thought was funny that Giyu noted that. He was like, "Yeah, he tasted blood, so like, ain't no hope. We got to kill this nigga now." Um, yeah, I know. To heal him in the same chapter, lame. I also thought that like what he was doing with his blood demon art is what I'm gonna call it, was also lame because it was just what Muzan had. Like I don't know why they think
Mhm.
six arms is a powerful new ability. Like Nezuko's blood was at least burning niggas or something, bro. Like I felt like he could have got more creative with that, but I mean he's not a demon anymore, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of upset that this is like 2 chapters ago, but I'm upset that Nezuko was healed now too. It would have been
Yeah.
better if like she was still a demon and then those two fought or something at least. But
That's what
Mhm.
I thought happened. I thought she was just like part demon, but it's like
yeah,
no,
but she's
she's
like full
just
demon
healed.
now. Stupid.
Yeah, I thought that's dumb. And then did anybody get what this chick's eye move was? Because I didn't get it. Was it just to allow her to dodge that one strike so she could stab
Yeah,
him?
I guess Sharingan. I guess.
Oh, chick made
That's how you pictured it.
Yeah, she was like. I guess didn't really work, but she still got hit though. So
yeah. I mean, where do you think is going after this? Like, do we think we're done officially now, or do we think because I thought this whole Tanjiro turn to demon thing was their rocket ship into like the next arc. So
see, that would have been good. That would have been like something I never would have seen coming. Because who would have thought the Tanjiro would become the villain?
I thought
But
it was decent. So Muzan was
yeah,
petty, but
but I have no idea where it's going after this. I don't think it's ending because it's too much money in it. But
yeah.
I have no idea what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I would have much preferred it if they stayed demons and they found a new villain to introduce. Because, like I said, if you keep this story going, the question becomes like, what is, especially from the fighting standpoint, what becomes the new power scale? Me and Grant were talking about this last time. It's like you have all of the forms now, right? And now we have this sun breathing form that it seems like most people can master. This black thing, and then like it would have been a nice segue to power development if they were like demons and they basically could use the demon art and the swordsmanship. But now as like just regular swordsman, the way they made it sound was like Muzan was the progenitor of all these demons, so he's dead. You've killed off
Yeah,
all of his
exactly.
top tier demons, so it's like whoever's hanging around is not a top tier demon, basically they just a regular shit that should be able to be killed pretty easily. So I don't know how you're going to create the new challenge or the new power system from this
Unless
without
the only thing would be like if there's so how did Muzan? Do we know how Muzan became a demon in the first place?
yeah some doctor dude gave him some shit and that turned him into a demon.
Was that
Yep.
was that doctor a regular nigga?
We
I
don't know.
don't remember like my from what I recall, and I don't know if this is true or not. I thought that the guy's family, like the people that are out to kill him right now, were the descendants of the doctor who gave him that original medicine, and they basically are
Hmm.
like righting the wrong of giving him that shit. But I'm not sure. I don't
Hmm.
remember exactly, but I thought that was the origin story of that family.
Yeah.
If it's not, then yeah, there might be a plot point there with that guy.
I mean, only other thing would possibly be like, yeah, so like could be related to that guy, kind of in like JoJo's, how after they beat Dio for the first time, then they went into the actual people that
Oh no.
turn people into like the vampires. So I guess if you could find who's on into the demon. But if it's just a regular guy, like you said, then
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna be
there's
as
nowhere to
cold.
go.
I don't think they
Especially
gonna
if they're related to the people, to the blind niggas.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say we were going to go into a bloodline thing where we see Tanjiro's kid grows up and does shit, and then his kid grows up and has his own adventure. I'm gonna be like,
No,
I think that actually would be dope. Only if they change up the time periods like they do for JoJo's, like, and even that like Dracula TV show. So like if they did this again, like I don't want to see the swordsmanship no more. Like niggas better be up in the blammies or something, or like because I think that's a nice way to create like you have the freedom to create a totally new power system. I mean, you see what this nigga did. They went from Ripple to stands out of nowhere, and so I felt
literally
like you have
one
room.
day.
Yeah, it was like you have
One
room
day niggas up stands.
to create a decent power system. So,
and it would make sense with something like this because like the breathing thing I think is done. Like I mean, sure there's a bunch of different like types, different like fire and water and all that stuff, but when I'm reading this shit, it all looks the same. Really, like it's tired. You need something else. So either they end this shit now, or it'll become significantly worse, I believe.
Yeah, but I already feel the fans are gonna defend it, like because I saw some
of course
like posts in the group somewhere talking about like they were just like curious on what the vibes were for the manga, and like the responses I saw were like yeah, this is so emotional and so great, and like what they were talking about with the chapters of this long ass Muzan fight were comments like that, and I just go, I don't understand what you guys are reading, bro. Like this, is it good? Like the twist was fine, but the Muzan fight was overly dragged out, and it's like him as a villain. Like we talked about this last week too. Like him as a villain was just really disappointing. Like he had one of the most boring backstories of the villains to date, I think. Like the people in his crew were way more interesting to me than Muzan ended up being at the end. He was just a strong dude. That was it.
Yeah.
Who was afraid to die?
No brains behind the operation or nothing.
Yep. Just an angry, small dude.
Straight hands, that's it.
Yeah. Anything else on the chapter?
Nope.
All right, let's get to rating it. So, I'll let y'all go first on this one. I gotta mull it over.
I'll give it a trash plus. No reason, just a trash plus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a decent trash plus. Reason it doesn't reach the level of trash is because they didn't do a full talk no jutsu on him to bring him back. They're at least putting something that's at least kind of reasonable in order to try to bring him back to becoming a human again.
I feel like this might be worse.
Worse than talk no jutsu?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
It's all bad though.
Yeah.
I think it's just different levels of bad. But I think Talk no Jutsu is something that's been way overused, not even just in anime, but in like every fucking thing. Movies, TV shows, all that shit.
Though, he hasn't read as much Promised Neverland as we have. So our bias to how much Talk no Jutsu can ruin series not there, but he left early. He left early for
got off that ship. It's all coming.
For me, for this chapter, I think I was gonna go in the middle, y'all, but the more I thought about it, I think I have to give it a trash. For one, the reason you said about the fact that we basically just turned him into a demon, then what looks like healed him in the same chapter. Second is, even though he was like, wilding out, turning into a demon, I was disappointed that his blood demon art was some shit that Muzan had. I was kind of hoping that it would be something different from the whatever for the quote unquote king of demons. And yeah, I mean, like, I didn't care much about the feels either, or Nezuko trying to help. And I get what he was doing from a writing standpoint, like a storytelling standpoint, the callbacks to what Tanjiro basically did for Nezuko when she was a demon. But it's like it didn't hold any weight to me because I don't think I read manga for those moments.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Right,
some
like
people, I'm sure they love that shit. They ate that shit up. But I think
exactly.
to us, it's just not for us.
Exactly. So that one didn't hit for me. So I give it a trash.